Everybody's LS swapping everything these days, and understandably so, but not me, not on this one. I love an LS engine as much as the next guy, but here are 5 reasons why I'm not doing an LS swap in this 1971 Chevy pickup. So the first reason I'm keeping this small block 350 instead of doing an LS swap is because of the classic look. I mean, just look at this thing. The classic Chevrolet orange mixed with some chrome accents is iconic. This motor's been around since the late 60s. It looked cool then. It looks just as cool now as it did back then. I remember seeing these things growing up, either covered in grime and still looking proud, or all built up and shiny and chromed out. And man, LS motors are awesome. And they got their own thing going on, but you just don't get that same kind of soul from an LS as you do these old small block 350s. And you can dress up the LS motors to have like a vintage or retro look, and that looks cool. I like that. But man, instead of dressing up an LS to look like an old school motor, I'd rather just have an LS in whatever, and then have an old school motor in whatever, and just have them be what they are. Number 2, for me at least, these engines are easier to learn. This is the second motor that I've pulled out of a vehicle. The first one all by myself, and the first one that I've pulled apart all the way down to a short block. So I'm not really experienced in building motors. So I like the simplicity of the small block. No sensors, no computers, no programming, just wrenches, fuel, spark, and a little bit of patience. There's tons and tons of info, books and magazines and YouTube videos and forum posts about what to do with these things. So there is decades of info on how to build these correctly, how to do it cheap, and how to do it right. Plus, parts are everywhere, parts are cheap. I can use or reuse a bunch of the original stuff that came in it, which makes things way easier and way cheaper for me. I want to master this motor. There's a lot of cars that I love that come stock with this motor. So knowing the ins and outs and everything about it could only benefit me. So building this and getting to know it well will not only help me on this truck, but will help me with a lot of other cool cars that will be upcoming in the future on this channel. The third reason I don't want to LS swap this truck is because I'm lucky enough to have other vehicles that have LS engines already in them. This video isn't about being anti-LS. I love them. My Camaro's got a 6.2 liter L99. My truck has got the 5.3 LM7. I love both of those motors. They're awesome. But I don't need one in every car that I own. This truck's different. It's got a different role than some of the other vehicles I have. And this one, I want it to kind of keep that 70s feel. And when I get in there and drive it, feel like I'm driving in the 70s. Number 4, I'm building a truck, not a race car. I don't really need 800 horsepower. 300 horsepower and 300 plus torques is plenty for me for a truck that I'm planning on taking to cars and coffee and car shows and maybe hauling some stuff here and there. If I was trying to make the fastest vehicle possible, it would definitely be an LS swap. But for this truck, I just need something that runs good, looks good, and makes sense. And this small block checks all 3 of those boxes. 5th reason I'm keeping this small block Chevy is due to respect to the icon. The small block Chevy is one of the most iconic, legendary engines in automotive history. It might not be the most powerful anymore, but it's earned its place. Millions of these engines have been made over the decades, powering anything from Camaros, Corvettes, trucks to boats. Keeping this small block Chevy in this truck is the equivalent to keeping vinyl records in a jukebox. It just fits. The sound, the smell, the look, it all tells a story. It's like opening a page in a history book to me. And when I fire this thing up after the rebuild, it's going to mean something special to me. Not just because I have a running motor, but because I brought something back. So yeah, the LS is awesome, but this truck, it deserves to be old school. Let me know in the comments, what would you do? Would you keep the original motor? Would you LS swap it? Throw a big block in there? I'd love to know your thoughts on what you think this truck deserves. And if you're interested in seeing some dude that has no idea what he's doing build a motor and put it in a 71 Chevy, please subscribe. I can't wait to get this truck going again, and I'd love to have you following along the journey with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week here in the garage.